I'll explain in the hiring process. But so the second interview is to get to know their values, and so values continued. And just like you said, do a test. So each specific job is going to have a different test. For sales, I will actually make them go out and make a sale. If they can't do it, they don't get hired. And I have an affiliate program, which they get put under the affiliate program. They have to go make a sale for the company. They get paid for that. And once they do that, then they get hired. That's for me. There are different, each thing is different. So that's just one example. For operations and web design, I'll have them design like a capture page or website, put it up, something like that. So it just kind of depends on what it is, but that's the what's that called? Basically a test. Yeah.
Yeah. Quality skills and qualifications altogether.
Once they've completed this, you're going to get them to fill out an application. It's a job app. You can go online to get a basic one. My program includes one in it. And because I don't believe in requiring them to fill out their entire job history again, they've given me a resume. I have them bring it to the second interview. So all they have to do is fill out where they live, their driver's license, social security, all that information so that I can get to know who they are, what they do, how they've done it in the past. It also includes 2 references. I also require them to give me a sheet of 5 references on top of that. One of those has to be from their most current or most recent employer. And then if it's for a commission position, you can ask for somebody who they worked under who did commission only.
Do you take personal references as part of it, or is it only the professional references?
Yeah, I do personal too.
Yeah.
They always need one from their previous job.
Right.
That is because that's how you can know because they might have done really well 10 years ago, and that person hasn't really talked to them. Oh yeah, I remember them. They did really great. They moved all the way up to the top of the company. Really boast them up, and then the last job they got fired for stealing or something, and you don't know. Of course, that is hard to find out in certain circumstances, but the app allows you, it has a sheet on it. It says, this is a at-will employment, so we can let you go at any time. This allows us to check on your references, do a background check, and do a credit check, so that we know exactly who you are, what you do, why you're doing it. So we're not like hiring somebody who is basically a fake person. You had a question?
Yeah, so for the background check on that and the credit check, are you requiring an application fee? Because those, you can't really get them for free.
No,
there are
it's
companies that
$200.
do charge for it.
What I do, the values test, this right here, gets me to know most of it. The reference check gets me to know a majority of it. And if I don't feel comfortable at that point, really what I use that for is to make sure that if at any point in time, if I want to do a background check or do a credit check, then I can. There's no like, oh, I need to go get their permission. It's pick up the phone, pay $200, get it done.
Well, and the police station will do a criminal one for you for $3.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It's $3, and if you walk in and they will do it on the spot, and you can ask them for it's basically a pass or a fail. Is there something that shows up? They fail. If there's nothing that shows up, they pass. And
Okay.
they're only going to give you the,
pass fail.
7.
They're
5.
gonna, yeah, they're gonna give you the pass-fail, but they're gonna give you the severity. If it's, you know, a DUI, it's gonna be ranked up here, whereas if it was, you know, he was 18 and shot a BB gun through his sister's window or whatever, you know, that's gonna not hit the mark.
Okay. That's awesome. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, I didn't know you could walk in and get it. 'cause
For $3 bucks?
you go to their
Yeah, it's
website
$3
and
bucks
it's like a
and,
lot more.
Yeah.
and I'm
$5
sure that's
you
what
get
they
a
do.
more-
$35.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Cool.
yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank
so
you.
you said in the app you do 2 reps, and then.
I do
you said you
five references actually.
Okay.
2 of them are on this application.
Okay,
They're
so you
top
do
2.
7. Okay.
Yeah. You can do 7 if you really want to, but I do
Yeah,
3 to.
7's
So I
pretty-
was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
a-
five's pretty
Two,
high.
2 of those. I have them take their top 2 off of that reference sheet, and then I save those for last because those are their top 2, which means that they think that they have the best things to say about them. So I want the people that
Yeah,
are
that's
not
right.
on them. So it's a trick, I guess technically, but it's just to help. You know, as a business, you need to qualify people. You need to vet people as well as possible. So in order to do that, you have to have that down. And the other thing is for references, write down their name, who you called, and what they said about them. And then when you get to the 3rd interview,
Do you have a site that tells you what you can and can't ask? Because there's some pretty specific laws about that.
I have a site, I'll give you, I'll dig it out.
Okay,
There is
cool.
a very point blank, don't ask this, don't ask that, this is okay.
I forget what I say. It's hi, I'm calling in reference to John. He's applied for a position at our company. I'm just trying to find out more about his character. Can you please tell me, you know, what would you like to tell me? That's what I say. I don't know if,
Yeah, actually, that one's valid.
Yeah.
You can't ask them how old they are, you can't ask them if they're married, you can ask them if they have reliable transportation, you can't ask them what it is.
yeah,
You can't ask them if they have children or, you know,
yeah.
you can ask them about their education, do you have a degree?
You can ask, if you ask a specific question, you can say compensation, were they compensated between such and such range, right? But they can't tell you. All they can say is yes or no to that question.
They'll say, I'm not at liberty to disclose that.
Yeah,
And
there's no reason.
There's no way to verify their recent income without a pay stub.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And the 3rd is the final interview. I'm just going to put INT. The final interview is more of a courtesy to them and just a general practice because it gives people time to. I've had people back out right after the 2nd interview between the 1st and this one, rather than you're hired, and then this allows any final concerns. Basically you want to address all their questions and ask them, okay, are you ready to move forward? The part here, the other thing is I share with them their references, what their references said, because I want to know what they told me, and they love hearing. They're like, wow, they said that. That's cool.
I
Like,
don't know if you can do that.
Yeah.
yes, you
Oh,
can.
you
As long, if they tell you something, well, if they told you something negative, they haven't gotten this far.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah, they
kind
just get
of-
the rejection letter,
They just get the
right?
rejection
Rejection
letter. But if
Yeah.
you get this far, there are some nice things that people will just rave about their folks.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I will schedule their I schedule their 2nd interview on the phone. I schedule their final interview after the 2nd interview, and you can cancel it at any time. It's a lot easier to schedule it now than later. When you're, that's
What kind of time frame are you looking at? Like, I feel like I just spent a week interviewing people, and that was one person. So how long is it really taking you to get through this process with somebody?
phone interview Friday, 2nd interview Monday, final interview Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, I always do them that way.
And those are what,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a week.
15 minutes, 20 minutes?
So this is 15 minutes. 15 minutes max. 2nd interview is 30 minutes. It could go up to 60 if you're having a good conversation. Final interview is 20 minutes. It's just to address any final concerns. If you're not out of there within 20 minutes, they're not the right person. Basically, it's just, let them know. They might be, and they just want to. If they're asking the right questions, then yes. If they're just like asking on the fence questions, don't hire somebody on the fence. There's no reason. There are plenty of other people out there, and yeah.
Or
There's-
people are just looking for a job because they need the social connections.
Yeah, there's the other thing here is to schedule. From here, you have them sign their papers, and you have them schedule their training. You have to train all of them.
Being the owner of your company, do you actually do the paperwork with them, or do you have somebody else in your organization do it with them?
I just hand it to them, and I tell them to leave it at the front desk.
Okay.
That's what I do. Unless if they did really well here, then I will schedule the final interview and the training at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fill this out, let's answer any questions, and let's get you trained. And that's if we both know that this is the right place. Actually, any final questions on this?
Do I have a job? Sorry.
I can apply that even for the people I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you apply this in-
This is extremely important for you can't do the credit, they do a background check for you, your company does. It is part of your application process. When
they
they
get a credit score.
when they pay for this,
Mm-hmm.
or when they do their final application and they pay to sign up, that's when they get their background check.
I'm sure.
And that release that you have them sign is just to protect you at that point. Your company is protected by the release that they sign for your company.
I do have a question, because, I can see how I can use this to sell my system, but for the other parts where people don't have the software and the skills or need the videotaping done, there I would be hiring people basically at an hourly rate, and there's somebody coming out of colleges right now that is probably gonna minimum wage.
Or you can get them
Still-
at free.
I was just gonna say, you could get them free.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There are a lot of people who will be hired for free. Just in the phone interview, the first question, the pre-interview I have in there, if it's a free position, you would have a capture page that says, my capture page pre-frames, this is a commission paid position. I actually have a 3-step capture page just to help. It's where did you find the job post? Are you okay with commission? If so, apply here, put your name, email address in, go in and continue, send it. You'll get an automated email within a couple of hours telling you, hey, here's the questions. They respond. If they respond correctly and that questionnaire has, okay, this is commission paid, you would do the exact same thing for a non-paid. And you make this every single step of the way. I ask here, I ask here, I ask here, I ask in the pre-interviews, and I have it on the job posting. I also have it on the job posting as well, too.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah, you've got-
because I have, if you don't make it clear each step of the way, then if you get here and you're like, this is, you're going over final paperwork, this is how much you're going to get paid, this is everything, and they're not clear that's what they wanted, there may be a disconnect somewhere. Yeah.
I was just thinking, and I think that we do this kind of in a lot of the coaching seminars too, is just you're trying to get to know somebody, and so then we would say, so what you're saying about that is, so in this case, say to them, so tell me what the compensation is that you're gonna get, and get them to say it back, right?
That's a very, very good point, yeah.
Reflective listening and
Yeah, because a lot of times people, they're not hearing because they don't want to hear that part. They want to do something, but they're not really hearing that part.
Yeah.
And then if they have to say it back, then they have to hear it.
Yeah. Also, when you ask them here, you'll get the tone of their voice. Listen for the tone of their voice. That is the most important thing. Because if somebody says, yes, I'm okay with that, thank you, from the tone, I tell them straight up, from the tone of your voice, this doesn't sound like it's the right position for you. Good luck on your job search, and when you're ready, we can reconsider it if you apply again and you're accepted at that point.
So if you're going to use I tend to use universities a lot for my previous hiring, and I go to their internship department, and I basically say, I've got an unpaid internship. I'm willing to complete whatever coursework, paperwork the university requires of them. Will you post for me? I'm not necessarily going to go through this process with somebody like that because the school's doing it, correct?
I would
Or
still do the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, you want to make sure that really this is culture.
Yeah.
This is making sure that they're capable.
Yeah.
So culture, capable, and final concerns.
Yeah, I
So-
guess I leave it to the universities. They're determining my culture, and they.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm actually part of what this system offers is a way to post on LinkedIn.
Okay.
So you get 100 postings on LinkedIn, which is a $19,900 value. And that's included in the system. Yeah. So, to reframe, reframe, I guess. You're going to get the job posts. Oops. And I have about 15 of those. I think it's about 15. So if you estimate that right there, figure it'll take you at least an hour for each one. We'll just call it $1,500 value. The autoresponders. $20 questions plus the rejection and acceptance letter. Just $200. The employment apps. And that includes the application and the agreement. And that's what you have them sign when they're actually being hired. If you went to a lawyer and you had them do it, you're looking at least $1,000 for the two of them. And that's probably your minimum. Get 100 postings to LinkedIn. They're $199 each. Now, LinkedIn is extremely important for hiring because the caliber of people that is on LinkedIn is much higher. The number of people that you'll get from Craigslist to the number of people that you'll get from LinkedIn is it's way better. Would you like, you're like nodding.
Oh, yeah, no, LinkedIn
Yeah.
is the answer. If you're not on LinkedIn, A, you should be, and B, that you can literally research the quality and you can connect with their references.
Yeah,
I mean, it can be, yes.
thank you.
You can actually connect to the reference.
Oh,
Yes, yeah, you can contact them.
You'd be surprised how many people know somebody you're about to hire.
Yes.
It is shocking.
And it will tell you exactly who that is.
Yep, they'll tell you who it is and how you know them.
One of the things I have in here in my pre-interview responses is I require them to connect with me on LinkedIn. That was yeah. That, I just added that recently because I wanted to get over 500. But you know, it has another advantage, obviously, which I hadn't really. I didn't even think about that. So thank you. That's awesome. You're like selling this farming,
no,
right?
I mean, I'm already like, the thing that got me is between the posts and the employment apps for not having to deal with a lawyer, those two right there.
Yeah.
And you underpriced yourself on the autorespond.
I know. You want me to add a 0 to that for you?
I actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank
The
you.
amount of time that, if you figure that when people, even if they, most people won't even cut and paste if it's an email, so they're gonna retype it in HR, right? It's like, come on, you guys don't know cut and copy.
I auto respond for a client to customer complaints. It's $250 a response.
Oh. Okay, $2,000. We'll
Yep.
keep it at that.
You're good.
So one of the other really great things about LinkedIn is 60% of the people on there, and this is also a sales thing, you should be using LinkedIn. 60% of the people on LinkedIn are making over $100,000 and are decision makers. So they're the type of people who can easily make a decision and are willing to do the work because they know the value and they're high quality people. Probably 20% of them just have LinkedIn profiles, so really it's only 20% of the people that are on there, that are active, that are doing anything, are going to be people that you don't need to worry about. So I would say almost 75% of the people who apply are at least high quality people and are going to be more responsible, more respectful, and easier to work with than the people that you hire from, especially from Craigslist. Craigslist is a great balance. So let's do 199 times 100, $19,900 value. Can somebody get a calculator for me? We're going to add $19,900.
Sorry, I gotta find the right app. Boy, like, you know, what do you need? You've got
$900 plus $1,000 plus $2,000 plus $1,500. That's 2,000 now.
You're right, so 2,000, so that's 3,000.
3,000, 4,500 plus 19.
Is 24,400.
So $24,400. 24,000. Oh, 20.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, I didn't do the 1,500 times 15.
No,
Oh,
that's
that is, okay.
1,500.
So the only one that's defined is,
So yeah,
Yeah.
$24,400 total value. So if you were to spend the next year and you were going to post 100 posts over the next year, and this doesn't even include your time, so you add that, you like just add a 0 to that, why not? You know, might as well, right? So $244,000 value, cash value of $24,400, and that's with all this stuff. How many of you want this system? 3, 4, 5. It's obviously not going to be $24,000.
Yeah, I could weed out a lot of people that way. Okay.
Yeah. So your hand goes up.
Yeah.
yeah, because think about it, especially in yours, you see those ones that say, hey, make an extra $5,000 per week, and you get, you know, and that's their whole ad, right? And all they do is get people that want to sit and watch TV and, you know, lick an envelope. They're not qualified, right?
Yeah.
I had a job.
I have to add a new page.
Yeah. So this would weed out those people pretty quickly, wouldn't it?
Yes.
$24,400.
Yeah. There you go, look at me. Just put a dot and another zero.
We'll go with 244,000. It's good.
Yeah. I like this number more.
Clearly.
I know, right?
Oh, I forgot to bring red pens.
It's great you shared some of the really great tips with us. Even though like I'm not ready to hire anybody, but in the future definitely
Yeah.
something that I will go over it.
Yeah, well, once you see this right here, you're going to be ready.
You're gonna write them really small.
Hey, you're doing it better than John did when John tried to hide it. He didn't hide it very well.
Anybody want to guess?
Well, if it's under your hand, so I'm going with. Yeah, I was gonna say 197, cause
One-
isn't that the way this works?
$1,997. Yes. Hey, I get it for free. Because I gotta guess the right number.
That's the price online. How much do you think you guys are going to pay?
I would just cross, let's just cross out 19. How about that, 197? Or cross off the 7, 199. I'm not going down to 997, I wanna go all the way down.
They cost
Well-
of this program?
Hmm?
Cost of this program?
Of this online system. So you'll get the entire system to where you get to do this whole thing.
And that's the email templates, right?
All the email templates, access to post online, do everything that you need to do.
I'm gonna do all the calls for us in the area.
I can do that. I can.
They'll
Higher
upsell
price
that.
tag.
Yeah, it's a higher price
Add
tag.
some zeros on that for that.
Yeah, I can do that, but that's not included in this price.
Right?
That, the voice, the tone of the voice, you know.
Yeah, you guys are gonna find out how you can get this for free later.
Pearl.
Hmm? You can find out how you can get it for free later.
Otherwise, it's like,
If you really wanna pay him, he'll give you a price right now, if you really want.
Yeah, if you really want to buy it, you can stand up. Everyone stand up. Come on. Come on. Stand up.
Stretch break.
Mark, you always do. He's good at this, okay? Everybody's good.
All right, now that you're done stretching, once you're done stretching, you're going to be ready to go to the back of the room and sign up. Now, why don't you can stretch down to grab your checkbook, grab your credit card, and go to the back of the room. If you're really serious about it right now.
Hey, I've got this awesome credit card right here. I got this awesome credit card right here.
Does it have my name on it?
It has my name on it. I don't think my credit card system will allow me to charge my own credit card, though. I've tried it, actually. It won't allow me. Sorry. We are going to take a break, though. So be back here in 15 minutes. Oh, that's a good point. 4 o'clock.